after 10 months of DNR, what I realized that the key to making a difference is love, is really caring and feeling for the other. So with the guidance of Professor Ed Morato, who's my mentor, I put up this organization called I Love, which stands for Investments in Loving Organizations for Village Economies. It actually acts like a dot connector, which is all of you, and what we want to do is make a difference. So I'm just going to very briefly go into the base and the reason for all of this. Okay, on April 18, no less than the IMF said that the Philippines will be the second fastest economy in the planet. We're third after China and Vietnam. We have so much money, but if you look at where the money is coming from, it's coming from $30 billion OFW, 75% of which work as domestic helpers, street sweepers, waiters, and my heart tells me this is not right. You know, we are generating a future by killing the social fabric of our country. Parents are leaving their children, and youth are growing up without the guidance of the parents they should have with them. And that is a reality that exists. So, and we're doing it in a country which has so much. And if you look at the next data, you can see here, Central Luzon, NCR, Calabar Zone, 8.9% poverty, so on and so forth. When you get to Bicol, 27%, Eastern Visayas, 30, Caraga, 30, ARMM, 44. It's crazy. In a country with so much, and so much, and so much, we're not investing in our natural resources so our parents can stay with their kids. It's really very sad. So the rhyme and reason for why we're here today is to bring forth the concept of area development. Area development, it's where you take the area, you find the strengths of the area, you nurture it, you protect it for the people living there. I have no doubt that this is our way out of poverty and this is our way for the future, but it has to be proven. This really makes me happy, you know, making a difference on the ground, connecting the dots. So the main thrust of economic growth is area development, and the #1 beneficiaries for area development are the people. So I'm just going to show you samples of where we have been able to do it, and then I'll go into what's happening today. Why do I know that area development is the way to go? Because we've been there, we've done it. We have 15 areas around the country. We are literally making millions on the second year. So let me show you a few areas. This is Gubat, Sorsogon, where the people there are really poor, but they lived on this beautiful surf. So what we did is we invested money on surfboards, toilet and shower facilities, multi-purpose hall, glass-bottom boat because the corals were so beautiful. And this is the key thing, we insisted on values. That's the key. In my 40 years of doing development work, that is the key. If there's no commitment to integrity, to working together, if it's all just about the money, it just doesn't work. So we did this there, and look what happened. We put in 1.5 million. In 1 year, they hit 5.9. But that's not the beauty of this model. Oh, the net income is 1.7. That's after giving all the salaries. That's not the beauty of this model. This is the beauty of this model. With 1.5, we were able to help farmers and fishermen, transportation, tourism sites, t-shirt printing, massage therapies, 1.5. Of course, the benefit here is that the airtime was free. And I'm happy to let you know that insofar as area development, where it totally helps the community, you will get your airtime. All right. Then this is Buhatan, again, a really beautiful place with a beautiful river, and the people there were really poor. So what did we do? We put in area development, so we put in floating cottages, solar, and asked for a commitment to values. The project cost was 770,000 in 1 year. They hit 3.7, 1 year. Yeah? Lee Kuan Yew had Singapore. They didn't have their own land. They couldn't even produce their own food. They couldn't even have their own water. And he invested all this money on barren land. And then he has 16 million tourists a year. They had nothing. We have 7,000 islands with corals and rivers and streams and mountains and volcanoes. And in my very biased opinion, The most beautiful people in the world. And what do we have? Yeah? Okay, so this is the last. Again, we have 15 of this. This is Palawan, an 18 million year rock formation, but the people there were really poor. So we put in 250,000 pesos on ropes, on spelunking equipment, on a visitor center. And then we added, so many people were coming in because we put it on TV, and eventually we came up with another 800,000 pesos for a zip line. But look at the numbers. They put up, with the money that they saved, they put up their own clinic, sari-sari store, visitor center, photography shop, so on and so forth. From 30 families, it became 300. And the last time I was there, the barangay captain there told me, "Ma'am, lahat ng tao dito may trabaho. Everyone here has a job because of Ugong Rock." But look at the numbers. On the first year, 133,000. The next year, 611. The next year, 7 million. The next year, 12 million, 22, 29. They had so much money, they started fighting. It went down to 24. Then they fought some more, it went down to 21. So the lesson here, values is key, and it's not a one-shot deal. But it still lets you know the possibilities. Now, where are we now? What if? What if? What if? What if? What if? What if we all work together? What if we all work together and create models of love throughout the country? At the end of the day, people can talk all they want, but unless you have something on the ground that say it works, it works. Okay. So we launched on March 8th Quest for Love, and I'm happy to let you know that this is a great government. We have great government partners, and as of now, we have 8 government agencies. Can you give them a huge round of applause? Massive. As Robbie said, we have DTI, DND, DPWH, DOT, DOST, DSWD. Yesterday, the head of DSWD came to the training, and she has 63 billion pesos, which she gives out for rice. And she thinks the same way. We're giving rice forever. We've been giving rice for decades. Why can't we create economic areas where they can buy their own rice and we don't have to give it anymore? Hey, with 63 billion pesos, you can absolutely do that. So that's where we're going. And that's Lauren Legarda, who's the head of the Senate Committee of Finance. So, and that's Pompey, is he here? Yes, from DA. So we have Department of Agriculture here. So we have great government agencies with the heart. And we have the private sector. We have the Ayala Foundation here. Are they here? Yeah. Okay. And they're very much into tourism. We have Globe for if we put up tourism sites that can produce connectivity. I see here Ben from Air 21. You know what they have? 400 trucks and warehouses. So if we go farmers, if we go agriculture, which is the way to go, we have the logistics. And give a round of applause. I don't know, here we have Mega World. Here, Mega World, are they here? When I met Kelvin Tan, he said, I'll get all the produce from the farmers. The problem of the farmers and fishermen is the middleman. And so if we can give it straight to the hotels, which Beng will deliver. And Mega World said, yeah, sure, I'll get it. We'll get the produce. Yeah, so the possibilities are huge. I don't think I have the time to mention everyone here, but we have a host of great private partners here. And the most important thing is that even if we have money, and even if we have great partners, even if the place is good, if we don't have good change agents, it's just not going to happen. I've been there, done that. And that's why we launched this Quest for Love, Quest for loving organizations that can build up village economies. And out of the 128 applicants, we have whittled it down to the top 16. Woo! Due to their intelligence, their capability, their integrity, their feel. And with the advice of the mentor here, our head mentor, who is Professor Ed Morato, they have been busy learning how to do area development plans, which is, the strategy is to create the models is you need good partners on the ground, people that can make things happen. And then government and the private sector invest in these worthy vehicles, and then we put it on TV. That's what's going to happen. to show that there is a way. Pwede pala at kaya-kaya natin. Okay, now a key part of the thing are the mentors. So because it's TV and because it makes good sense, we got top-of-the-line social entrepreneurs, many of which are the students of Ed. Our top mentor is Ed Morato, the former dean of the Asian Institute of Management and the founder and the creator of the Masters of Entrepreneurship program in Ateneo. Very whole-brain personality, and he will be guiding this whole process with his genius. Let's give you a round of applause. Okay. Then we have Ana Meloto, who is known as the top woman entrepreneur of the planet. That's what her father told me. Okay, the next, as you know, she does human nature. Next slide. It's not working when I do it. Just next slide. We have Jarina Guche, who is the executive director of the Institute of Leadership in Ateneo. Next slide. I'll just go quickly. Okay, Ilat Diaz, who you know even received $500,000 from the Al Gore Foundation because of his exemplary ideas. Next slide. Jenny Havelosa, I think, was here. I saw her. Jenny and she got $350 million from the Canadians, correct? We have Chit and Jenny and Chit. They have EcoStore, which has 30 outlets all over the country. And then you have Rina is also here. She has 70 restaurants. Chitwan originated Figaro before even Starbucks came in. Rina is here, who has over 70 cafes. The next slide. John Aguilar, who has a TV show called The Final Pitch. And he mentored the loving organizations on how to do the pitch. Next slide. Marvin Agustin, who started as a waiter and now has 50 restaurants all over. And he's from GMA, and they agreed to let him come. Yes. Next slide. Marvin Beduya, who was one of the 3 who graduated from the Asian Institute of Management with distinction. I think he's here. Sylvia Ordonez, who is represented by her husband. All right, so what are we looking for? We're looking at creating socio-economic impact. We're looking at proving there is a way. And there is a way because look at these amazing mentors, and look at this amazing private sector, and look at these amazing government partners, and guess what? We have great change agents on the ground ready to receive your tutelage, ready to receive your resources, and through the media, whatever they do and whatever you do, and to make their lives better and creating models of what can be. We want to show that on primetime television, to show that there is a way, and we can all make it happen. I love you all very much. In closing, I want to say that you have all, you know, I was meditating this morning, and then what I felt was you have all come here because you care. My staff have been working overtime. The change agents have come here because they care. Ed has dialysis every week, and he was sitting throughout the whole day, sitting there because he cares. You are all here. You are all here because you care. And for me, that caring is 90% of the success, because my experience is if we care and we care genuinely, the heavens will open up and receive us. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.